Chapter 18, 3 Keys to Sustain Motivation. We all talk about what we want, but we never seem ready to go through the process. I am speaking from current and past experience in dealing with my weight loss. I kept promising myself over and over again, this time it's going to work. Or I thought, this time I'm going to be very serious. I cannot count on my fingers how many times I said to myself, this week, my last week eating junk food, or I'm going to start on Monday to get my act together. I wanted this attempt to be different this time. What I came to realize was that everything I wanted was because of someone else's opinion of me. I wanted to lose weight so that no one would look at me funny when I took off my shirt. I wanted to lose weight so that girls would pay attention to me. I wanted to lose weight so my stomach did not hang over my belt for others to see. Or I wanted to lose weight to be healthier because my doctor says so. My reasons always had to do with the opinion of others and never for myself. If we are to be totally honest, most people have a strong desire to derive satisfaction from others. The point I am trying to drive home is to find out who you want to become. I read and studied countless books of successful people, those that become successful in sports or business, those that have a dying desire to make a difference for themselves or to help others. This means they are not busting their tails day in and day out to make some girl proud of them. Bill Gates did not become successful because he wanted to earn enough money to show off for his friends. The feelings or emotions of your reasons to change for others are only so strong until the temptation of pleasure strikes, until that coworker brings donuts to the office, or your spouse take you out to eat pizza. We all have been there, and then we go home upset or frustrated that we fell back into our old habits. During my early years in sports, my motivation to follow the rules stemmed from not wanting to get punished by my coaches. It's the same with employees in their careers. They are motivated to show up to work on time when they are tired, sick, and dealing with bad weather, so they will not lose a job. The motivation is simply fear. When it comes to working out, we are used to being tired, sick, or citing bad weather as an excuse not to exercise. So if instant fear has not been created, then we struggle with constant motivation. People may say it takes 21 days to change a habit or create a habit, but I believe instant fear changes a habit in a snap of a finger. If the doctor told you that eating one more cheeseburger would guarantee your death, I bet burger visits would immediately be crossed off your list. The problem is that we don't have instant fear, which can result in making the wrong decisions. You may be asking, if we don't have those instant fears, then where does motivation come from? To ultimately sustain your motivation, you must know who you want to become, developing an increased level of expectation, and learning self-awareness of your emotions. Understanding and practicing these 3 phases will help keep your fire of motivation flaming at a high level. Motivation comes from within you. We are motivated by mental thoughts of pain or pleasure, actions that bring emotions of pain or procrastination, and making excuses for not starting or completing assigned tasks. You may notice in your own life and others that it's not hard for us to make time to watch our favorite shows, go shopping for clothes, hang out with friends, or do any other activity that brings a feeling of pleasure. As you may agree with me, it may not still provide a solution of how to stay motivated through your fitness journey. Number 1, who do you want to become? When starting my fitness journey, I never asked myself who I want to become when I reached my weight loss goals. Being happy with how I looked in front of others was my only motivation. I taught myself and continue to teach others in order to find true motivation, we must understand who we want to become and believe we can become that person. The fear may push you to start, but it may not be enough to push you through the tough times of the weight loss process. You should often question your motivation. Ask yourself if you are on the quest to lose weight to satisfy other people's thoughts or opinion. Those thoughts are only strong if you absolutely fear others' opinions or destructive criticism. If you are a fairly confident person and you say you want to lose weight to look better, fear may not challenge you enough emotionally to press on through the hard times, like when you need to hit the gym at 6 in the morning on a snowy day. You must know what you want to become to make the change. Thinking back on my college football career, I reflect upon the discussions amongst my locker room teammates about the possibility of playing in the NFL. We always talked about it, but I never truly felt I could be the one to actually play in the NFL. It was a wonderful thought, but that's all I saw it as, just a thought, until my coach made me believe that I could become an NFL football player once I put in the work. Instantly, my attitude changed once I knew for sure that I wanted to become an NFL athlete. So ask yourself, who you want to become? This answer may come to you immediately or it may take a while. You may want to become a better example for your family to follow, or to become a more energetic person for your kids, or become a more confident person. Our subconscious mind tends to play movies that include all of our prior experiences. Reliving experiences of failing or giving up will automatically point our minds to self-doubt. Reprogramming your mind takes time and constant practice, but your mind will grow to change, just as we have practiced for years of failing to commit to our goals or practice eating the wrong foods over and over again. Over the years, I had to repeatedly practice to see myself as a different person. This time, my reason to lose weight was to become someone I have never been. I wanted to become a more confident person so I could use that confidence to take advantage of opportunities in my life. I want to become a mentally tougher person and not give in to temptation or bad habits. I want to become a person that finishes the challenge and not make excuses later. I want to become a person who enjoys a healthy lifestyle. I want to become a demonstration for my family and others that watch me through my transformation. When an athlete wants to become a champion, he must commit to the practices and habits it takes to become a champion. The passion to be a champion is so strong, he or she is willing to go through the pain of being uncomfortable because being a champion is the greatest achievement. During the 9 months of a mother's pregnancy, she may go through a strong conviction that she wants to become a provider and protector for a child. When that baby arrives, the mother will wake up all hours throughout the night to check on that child. The mother will work 2 or 3 jobs if necessary to provide for that child. The mother will do anything she needs to, by all means necessary, because she has made a strong decision as to what she will become for the child. Number 2, developing an increasing level of expectation. Developing an increasing level of expectation is having the confidence within you to complete the task. Our confidence plays a major factor in our attitude. It's the same confidence in a failed team or players may have coming off a losing season the previous year, and the head coach tell them that they can win a Super Bowl in the upcoming year. Every player wants to win, but believing with full confidence is totally different. Having a high level of expectation is almost a feeling of guarantee. You may feel like I felt before achieving my weight loss goal, that living in a new body feels like a dream that can never come to life. The feelings that come from having or losing guarantees makes the human mind change instantly. You may be an employee that shows up to work every day on time and completes the duties your job requires for you to earn your paycheck. If your boss called you and told you that you might not get your check this week, I'm sure your attitude may change instantly, and you might not care about going to work or completing your work on time. Think about if you were a salesman and you were guaranteed that with every person you spoke to about your product, guarantee you a sale. I'm sure you will bust your tail to get in front of as many people as possible. I was told the only thing in life that is guaranteed is death. I believe that a person's confidence is the greatest characteristic to strive for. Having enough confidence within is a deciding factor for someone to start their own business or to go back to school to pursue a degree. To be able to reach your goals, it is a must to have a proven system to follow. Many people, including me, have started on a journey without a proven exercise or nutrition plan. Before starting your journey, it is important to make sure your plan is a proven one. So, instead of attacking the task or seeing it as an opportunity to grow, we tend to delay it. We are afraid of failing, have self-doubt, or alienate ourselves because we think no one will understand our pain. Following a plan that includes guessing, hoping, and wishing will never provide high levels of expectations. Number 3, controlling your state of mind. The strongest part of the body is the mind. Changing our state of mind is very challenging. The reason it is very difficult is because we are emotional creatures. We tend to act based upon our emotions. Feelings of pain and pleasure may steer our actions. When we are doing something we enjoy, our state of mind is in a pleasure zone. When we are performing activities we dislike, we are in the pain zone. The key to mastering our state of mind when thinking about pain is to distract it with pleasure. Many people practice this now by exercising while listening to music. Yes, the thought of exercising without music may feel dreadful. Music seems to put us in a pleasure zone mentally. The pleasure makes the exercise much more enjoyable. I use music to overshadow my thoughts of pain while I am cleaning the house, washing dishes, taking a shower in the morning, when I am sleepy, or while in highway traffic. Have you ever struggled to wake up in the morning to exercise but getting up at a similar time to catch a flight for a vacation didn't seem as hard? The pain and pleasure thoughts will either motivate us or destroy our motivation. The secret of changing your state of mind is using visuals to spark up the brain and alter a state. For example, there were many times I would struggle to get out of bed at 5 a.m. to exercise. I was mentally weak with my emotions when connecting with sleep. I remember many times hitting a snooze button and never getting up to make the workout. One night I was watching the show The Biggest Loser, and I suddenly realized that every time I viewed this particular show, I became highly motivated. I sat back and thought about how I could use this feeling of motivation to my advantage. I adjusted my failing attempts to wake up in the morning and moved my cable DVR box into my bedroom. I decided to turn on an episode of The Biggest Loser when my alarm clock rang so I can transform my mental state of mind from being lazy into being motivated. My being tired state slowly changed into excitement. I recommend you find something that brings you excitement when feeling unmotivated. Visuals can stimulate our brain and change our current feelings. It can be apart from a movie or motivational clip. Use the resources needed to change your mental state. Being a visual person, I decided to write down a flashcard, a description of who I want to become. I kept this in my wallet. When I felt myself growing weak with temptations, I pulled out my flashcard and read it over and over again until I became stronger. I also wrote these things on highly colored paper and hung up on my bedroom and bathroom walls. Above my bed on the ceiling, I wrote, "Sleep is the enemy." I had a hard time waking up in the morning to work out at the gym. I knew I had to remind myself that the pleasure of sleep was not better than the pain of stepping on a scale weighing the same as the week before. My emotions were always my downfall when trying to lose weight. If I was bored, I felt like eating. If I was sad, then I felt like eating. If I were eating healthy for a few days, I would feel like consuming a big cheeseburger because I missed the pleasurable taste. The common denominator was that my feelings were getting in the way of my goals. I knew I had to toughen up and control my emotions and urges. During my times of playing football, no one cared if I didn't like practicing. Coach didn't care if I was sad because I was missing my family. No one cared about my feelings because they had to focus on winning games. It is critical that you concentrate on your goals and not your emotion. Practice the techniques of changing your mental state so you can make the right choices. You may win and lose some battles, but the goal is to win a majority of the battles so you can ultimately win the war. Journaling. Number 1, who do you want to become? Number 2, to help guarantee your success, in what areas do you need the most help? Is it exercise routine, nutrition plan, coaching to keep me accountable? What else? Number 3, what actions will you take to control your emotions when experiencing moments when you don't feel like exercising or meal prepping?